All right. I'm not going to waste all that. Got some bamboo out of that too. After crossing the dark river at the bottom of the mountain, I had a clear view opened up ahead. I saw that the rivers and the mountains like brocade, and the world was vast and boundless. Since I was 7 years old, I lived in the deep valley with my father and lived an isolated life. I saw in my eyes was only a few peaks and a stream in the valleys. What I heard in my ears was only a few sparrows and apes in the valley. Now, when I come out, couldn't help but feel like I was in a different world. The world's so big, I don't know where to take my steps. I thought, where will I end up after I find my father? Will I go back to the deep valley? He pushed the villain. We're just gonna go with this. This land's amazing. I wonder how many interesting things are waiting for me ahead. Take a deep breath, settle my mind. See the letter left by my adopted father. A few big words clearly visible. Go to Taiwu village to find your adoptive father. All right. Bullseye straight there. What is that? All right. We'll just go right to there. All right. Follow the road and come to a pavilion, but see the stables are empty. The house is skewed. Former place of traffic now has become a place of decay and depression. 200 silver dollars for a horse-drawn carriage. 100 silver dollars for an ox-drawn carriage. Plus 100 more for Basho and Suzhou and Hangzhou. Hey, do you want to transport goods or do you want to travel? Just as Hawk was about to turn around and leave, coachman skillfully shouted and came out of the pavilion. Oh, there's still people here. Yes. Although this place has been deserted, the people have mostly fled. But the ancestral post station can never be lost. You know where you're going? I'm headed to Taiwu village, but I don't know where the village is located and where to look. To Taiwu village? Nah? The coachman mumbled around. Hawk looked up and down several times and then said, this is strange. Also, we give people a guide. Never ask the past and future. He took 1,000 silver monies. I'll drive you to it. Now, 1,000 silver dollars could be that Taiwu village is far away. Not too close. Is this a little high amount? Is this a little high amount and the water dangerous? You see what you have to do to this place, except I like this post. No one ever can drive you over. I'm 10 shy. Can we try to persuade him? Empty words are not as good as real money. Well, it's boring to stay here, so let's see what you have to say. Debate? Don't worry about me. Choose whatever. Buddhism? I have no idea what just happened. Okay. Used on the opponent's argument with a strategy to was I just I have no idea what's going on. They didn't show this. I don't know. There? Spire. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing, buddy. All right. If you answer an opponent's question, and doubt increases the value of their argument. Okay. That didn't sound very good. You can replace it. All right. So let's go big, maybe? I'm not that unseen mountain coachman. Do not take these words to swindle me. Wait, what? First, we're at the Fortress of the Dead. I saw that although the fortress is simply everywhere, the people in the fortress is not weak in spirit. The young people are still practicing martial arts on the open ground of the fortress, looking as the adoptive father has said, Kung Fu. There's some poking around. A few enthusiastic villagers said to me, this fortress has a long history. The head of the fortress has been passed down for more than 10 generations. Later, the world, for some reason and chaos, although this place is remote, but also came to many strangers. This fortress was renamed Dead Stream Fortress, but strangers more and more trouble disputes. There are villains to do evil. Thanks to fortunately, the last old owner of the fortress, I do not know where to learn a profound kung fu, which expelled the villains, so that the fortress to keep safe. No idea. I need some money. Crickets. Face the enemy. Rage! So he's got restrain. Alright, so he's got teammates. This could be bad. Oh, wait, they tag? Oh, yeah, swap. Well, my hand's not looking so good. I'll speed this up just a bit. Dragon tail? Ooh, that was pretty good. Oh, wait, you just healed. You were at 7. Come on. Maybe not so. Oof. Okay, that didn't hurt as bad as I was. This is a rough fight. You better give me 10 gold. Hopefully this gives me a chance to heal. Quit whiffing. Oh, we're going drunken fist. Woo. Well, this has got to be a lot of experience we're fixing to get. Ooh. I go. Mach speed. And I'm hurting everywhere. What's with this? Alright, so she's starting to get hurt. Oh, just a little bit more. You almost got him. Ooh, jeez. An insight and all that. Yeah. Let's see. Equipment. You just get, hold on. That. But you can't wear any of that? Okay. Sure. Why not? All right. Inventory. Yeah. Assume that. 4 or lower. Yeah, that's fine. Do I need to heal? All right. Do that. We'll get those two up. Okay. All right, so inventory. Oh. Okay. Finding all sorts of new buttons. Item kidnap? No. That can't be right. We definitely don't want to do that. All right. Is there a save, resume settings? Hotkey. Is there a hotkey for saving? Maybe it saves after each. End a turn. All right, let's try that. Let's. Chatting learn comes closer. Hostile interaction. Browse. Aha. Reba. Okay. Money. Let's go to the village and just. This is where we'll stop. But let's see. The carriage and horse are way bumpy. My boredom dazed off in the carriage. Also, you don't know how long it was. I woke up again. Do not want the carriage driver has left the carriage right away. What a thief car driver. How dare you leave me halfway in the car? How far this place is from Taiwu village. Okay. I don't see anything in here, huh? Oh. Assume extra internal energy to currently increase the amount of internal energy gained from cultivation. Okay. I'm fine with that. We will get up here. This place is sparsely populated, only a few dilapidated thatched huts scattered not far from the short slope and among the grass. I was wondering whether this is Taiwu village. A sound of fighting and cursing suddenly came not far from in front. Followed the sound, just saw 5 or 6 swordsmen escorting a prisoner carriage and a wounded mangler fighting together. Okay. The swordsman at the head of the group drink. Crazy dog of the Lion Face sect. You followed us all the way to Taiwu village. What are your intentions? Wounded man laughed instead of being angry. It's obvious that your people from the sword casting village blocked my way and wanted to rob me. A flesh and blood man, but I don't want money. So, and cursing and fighting the number of swordsmen, but as long as the reckless man to attack the prison car, the swordsman will be in disarray. A moment cannot help the reckless man. Let's see what happens. Just when Hawk was hiding a secret place and ready to wait and see what would happen, a horrible hissing sound suddenly came out from the prison car. Disciples were escorting inside that 6-sided closed prisoner car. It seems like there's some kind of fierce beast began to rampage against the car door. Disciples saw this. They all looked ashen. Ignoring the enemy on the side, they went back to the prison car around, each pulling the steel chains that closed the car door with deadly force. I looked at the prison car. Can't help but suddenly a horrible scene stunned. I just think the beast in prison in the car is very powerful. It's no ordinary, and the hissing also looks like a man, but not a man. 2 minutes later, the situation suddenly rose and fell. The commotion inside the prison car came to an abrupt end. Surrounding areas suddenly fell into a dead silence. I don't know how long it was before the disciples breathed a long sigh of relief and sat down on the ground. And the wounded disciples have also taken advantage of the chaos to flee. After a short rest, the disciples regrouped and continued to escort the prisoner's carriage without a word, and it marched to the village of Taiwan. All right. Four fields are silent, all voices are silent. Just stepped into the village of Taiwan, clearly saw a familiar figure walking quickly into a vermilion ancestral hall in the village. The adoptive father. First time I saw him, I'd gone to the vermilion ancestral hall, but I had lost sight of my father. After a short time, an old woman slowly came out of the ancestral hall. Excuse me, how should I address you? Have you seen an elderly man coming inside? The woman heard the human voice, hesitant for a moment, and laughed. The old body, surnamed Fang, not only old eyes and dizzy, but also bad ears. Is this not asking the blind? But, said Granny Fang, this Taiwan clan ancestral hall is very small. You can look around and maybe you can find the person you're looking for. So this is the ancestral hall of the Taiwu. Why did father call me here? Is this formally inserting my name into the family tree? What did you say? All before the words left his mouth, Granny Fing suddenly shuddered, like she was struck by electricity, and exclaimed, Ancestral recognition. This is the Taiwu Ancestral Hall. Oh, do you have the surname Taiwu? How could it be? It's true, my late adoptive father asked me to take the Taiwu as my surname. Righteous father. What righteous father? Granny Ging paced back and forth when agitated. Zhao Qin, Sun, and Li, Zhao, Wu, and Xing. Whatever the surname is, only this Taiwu and this Taiwu. You're trying to make me happy because I'm old and wise. The Granny Fing suddenly stood sternly, shouting, You say Taiwu. Can you have proof? Oh, yes, father said this could prove my identity, and I take out the sword. This. Granny Fang took Fuyu's sword hilt from me. Then it touched the pattern on the hilt over and over again with the sometimes joyful, sometimes sorrowful look on her face. That's right. That's right. Exactly the same, Granny Fing murmured. 2 lines of tears running down her pale face. You come with me, she said softly, and then slowly turned around and walked towards the back of the hall. Followed behind Granny Fing, she walked through the Taiwu Ancestral Hall, a small corridor, and came to an open space and saw 16 large stone monuments erected in the open space, the center of which was a particularly tall one with the words Taiwu carved on it. Strokes were so strong that it doesn't look artificial. Have a clue what these stone tablets refer to? Please enlighten me. So-called Taiwu, the great self, and even no self. There is no such family name in the world. Granny Fing sat down against the monument and narrated. Hundreds of years ago, no one in the world was not harmed by Jiangsu. It can be said that the rites and the music are in the ruins. Everyone is miserable. The world is in chaos. At the time, there was only one person who had the method to exercise, but was born weak and sick and could not fight for a long time. So the great master of martial arts gathered here and taught them all their divine abilities, and finally made him transform and successfully exercise. This man himself, Taiwu, is the ancestor of Taiwu. 16 stone tablets must have been erected when those sects gathered here. That time, all the major sects discussed and decided to pass on their divine skill to Taiwu ancestors. But these martial artists, the sects, have always been very deep. Even if they are desperate, they will not be willing to easily pass on their sect skills. Therefore, Taiwu ancestors made a vow with him to never pass on their knowledge to others, even if they are their relatives or even their children. Only when Jiangsu is not removed and Taiwu is about to die can they find a successor who can inherit their magic. and that they, having received the ancestors' magic, must also follow this vow and then hold the magic sword, observe the vision, and spend his life to rid the world of and the successor is also called Taiwu. That's it. Now you see there can only be one Taiwu at a particular time. Near death's door draws the former. Forward carries the latter. Anomalies collaborate. The divine sword validates. Soon as she stops, Granny Fing stands up and places Fu Yu hilt into the slot in the steel. It's a perfect fit. Wow. As expected, Taiwu Hawk is totally stunned. What she said is bizarre and it's hard to believe. Alas, I understand you wouldn't be convinced with only a few words. So, go with me, but don't be scared by what you're going to see. Two of them come to the Taiwu Ancestral Hall in front of the stone house at the back of the hill and saw that the stone house was surrounded by nameless graves and a prisoner's cart was parked next to the stone house. The same one that I saw outside Taiwu village. Only now the car's chains had been unlocked. It was empty inside. This is it, said Granny Fing, pushing open the low door of the stone house and stepping inside it first. Hawk entered the stone house. You see a man bound by dozens of black iron chains and the boulder in the center of the stone house. The man's face is hideous. Strength is immense. Every time he struggles, he can make the cup thick chain pull a deep dent in the boulder. I immediately understood that this person must be the beast imprisoned in the previous car. Is this a human or a monster? Last, this person was originally, let's see, this disciple. Only because of Zheng Shu's harm, this is the loss of consciousness. Turns into the half-human, not ghostly appearance. So, he really exists? Then supposing the legend of Taiwu could be real, whether it is true or not, only the test will tell. Granny Fang handed the hilt of the sword of Fu Yu back to me, and then bowed 3 times to the west and said, hold the sword in your left hand, pointed at the heaven and the earth in vain. Your heart enters the silence of the underworld. Break through your dreams, and leaving the dust, all phases are demented, suffering. No one is free from the net. No one is free from the snare. Seeing me is not me. No self is no devil. All right, I say it. Every word of the intrusion is subtle. Every word falls to the heart. I close my eyes and rise with a trick. Now, how long time's passed, only slow open their eyes. No one have been lying in a thatched hut on the top of the earthen bed. I will wake up. I was awake while I was wandering. A girl's voice suddenly sounded outside the window, and many villagers poured into the hut. The girl was the first one to the earthen bed and looked at me with smiling eyes. Are you? How did I get here? My name is Ning Quinn. You saved the madam from Zhuzhen village in the back of the mountain, and then you fainted. This is no doctor in our village, so I had to send you here to rest. Where's Granny Fing? There are a couple of things I don't understand. I need to ask her. Granny Fing? Who's that? We Taiwan village didn't have an old lady named Fing. Ning Kui looked at Taiwu Hawk with wide eyes and confusion. I mean, Granny Fing in the ancestral hall of Taiwu. Ning Kui, she snorted out a laugh. That Taiwu clan ancestral hall has been demolished by the bad guys many times. Where it is still. How'd that be? Please take me to the ancestral hall of Taiwu. Then the villagers brought me to the ancestral hall not far away in front of the ruins. Looked around, vaguely remembered the surrounding scenery, although the 16 stone monuments along the ruins and the stone houses surrounded by burial mounds at the back of the ancestral hall were as they had been before. The Vermilion ancestral hall had turned into a piece of old ruins. I was in disbelief and confusion. So that's what's going on. Asked the villagers about what happened. From the fragmented words of the many villagers, it gradually became clear. Before that, people who had come to the village had claimed to be the heir of Taiwu and used Fuyu sword hilt alone to restore the mind of the disciple from wherever who were harmed by Jingshu. Everyone was happy to see the return of Taiwu magic and reincarnation of the ancestor. But shortly after, I fainted. A lot of these cannot be explained. I was overwhelmed and then quietly Ning pulled me by the sleeve, whispered, I heard many old people say outside our village there's an ancient tomb in the unknown place. As a tomb immortal, he knows everything. They can figure out. Why don't I go ask him? Fortunately, I heard that the immortal does not like children. He said, and face lost. Immortal kings are righteous by loving all beings. How can they hate children? You're right. If an immortal doesn't like this and that, he won't be able to become righteous. Later that day, more and more people are surrounding the village. Towns and sects come to learn that Taiwu has returned. The people were overjoyed. Could immediately wipe at Jingshu from the world. Surrounded by people, Hawk is the new Taiwu heir, naturally also becomes the owner of the village. However, their heir return, the clan ancestral hall is still in ruins. The crowd is full of sighs of loss. Followed my father's instructions and come the way here. I didn't expect to be burdened with the expectations of many people. Perhaps this is what father has been holding on to. Waiting for the adoptive father while I'll try to rebuild the clan ancestral hall. First, it's not in vain to receive the family name. Okay, so we got all that, and it looks like now industry. Now we can, ooh, wow, start rebuilding stuff. It looks like weeds, ruins. Ooh. Details, remove. All right, start removal. Cricket display upgrades. Gotcha. All right, well, that build the ancestral hall. Upgrade, not. Ley line, gem deposit, lava pool? Taiwu village, click on the industry icon. Okay. No. No, I still think I'm doing expand building. No. Details. No. All right. Town village. Whoop. Look on the industrial icon. Oh, I need to go back out. Industrial icon. Click on the build button. Ancestral hall. Storage room. I guess maybe I got, let's see. All right, yeah, we'll stop here. I'm just going to pass the... You know what? I'm just going to run around and do collecting to get the energy. But that is going to get us for today. We'll definitely be back with this now that we can start messing with building and whatnots. Ooh, all the whatnots. All right, collect wood here. You've got, probably need ore. Tomorrow, I'm not sure. We'll either do more of this or might hit up some, well, maybe some Mario Kart, the new one. We'll see about that. Could go either way. But that is going to get us finally for today. Still a little hard on the translations. I mean, it's fan-made, but so I'm greatly appreciative because I get to play it now. So, until tomorrow. Let's see what we get. I made friends with people. Sure. I like friends. All right, so that's gonna get us for today. So until tomorrow, I hope you have a good day. Good afternoon, whichever the case might be. But until then, I shall see you all on the flip side.